Hey, it's Helen here from helenmartinonline.com. How are you going today? Excuse my voice today. I'm a little bit under the weather, but as I promised a couple of days ago, I want to deliver some tips to those of you that are trying to grow your business online, some tools and software tips that can help your business be a little bit more efficient, if you like. Things that I've learnt along the way that make things a whole lot quicker to do things. When we try to build an online business, there's a lot of moving parts that we need to learn and things that we need to get on top of. But there's lots of software and things that can make that hell of a lot easier. So I'd like to share some of the software I use and some of the tools that I use. Majority of them are free, that you can use as add-ons, to your computer or what you're doing, just to make it a little bit easier for you to run your online business. So if you're trying to build your business online, this will be a really useful topic for you today. For those of you that have not tuned in with me before, so yes, it's Helen here from helenmartinonline.com. Please feel free to go to my website, which is www.helenmartinonline.com, for a whole lot of free training and resources there. But if you're new to me, put a 1 below, because I do like to connect with new people and offer you a little free gift. And for those of you that are familiar with me, please say hello below and tell me where you're coming in from so I can give you a shout out if I can see you on my screen. Sometimes I can't. The joys of modern technology. So if you're not familiar with me, predominantly what I do is help home-based business owners bring their business online. So what to do with social media, how do you get leads online, how do you brand yourself, video marketing, and a lot to do with mindset as well, because as I explained earlier in the week, there's two main parts that are going to make you successful in your business. One of those is, there's two parts. One of those is a skill level. So whether you're building your business online or offline, there are skills that you need to learn to, operate your business. If you're building your business offline, traditional home-based business, network marketing business, that'd be prospecting tips and closing tips and, how to approach people the right way and how to use your personal Facebook page the right way, if that's all you're using, those kind of skills. If you're going online, that would be, social media branding and doing a likes campaign to get more people looking at your stuff, building relationships with people, maybe doing Facebook advertising, maybe working out how to get more leads and attracting people to you. That's another skill level. But at the end of the day, whether you're building online or offline, it's all a skill level. But over here, you have your mindset. And if you don't believe that you can truly be successful, if you don't believe you can ever be really wealthy, if you really doubt yourself at the end of the day, even if you get some success with the skills that you learn to build your business, you'll probably self-sabotage that success because you really don't believe that you can keep it or hang on to it. So that's why I talk not only about skills of building your business, but your mindset is equally as important. But back to topic today. I'm hoping this is going to be of benefit to some of you that are trying to build your business online. Maybe you've got a fan page, a public profile page, some kind of presence on Facebook for your business, and you just want to know how to do it a little bit easier. So this is an endless topic. Seriously, I could go on forever about this. There is so much software out there, so many tips, and I just can't go through them all. But what I've tried to hone in on, and I've got a little bit of a list here, is the things that I use constantly. Most of the things that I use that are for free, and the things that help me speed up what I do, because that's really what's most important, making us more efficient in our business to ultimately earn more income. So firstly, if you are creating images that go on your Facebook page, now if you're building your business offline, this may be of use to you as well. So you want to do a positive quote, maybe you want to brand it with your name at the bottom, or you've got your own photograph that you want to put up and put a quote on it, put some words on it and post it up. Use a free piece of software called Canva. Canva.com, Canva.com. And that little free piece of software gives you the ability to create your own images, put your own words on it, put your own branding on it. And they've got all the templates that you need for Facebook, like a Facebook banner, a Facebook ad, a Facebook post, even, Instagram or YouTube, like that. They've got the template for the sizes, and you've just got to plug in what you want. Now, they have a whole variety of backgrounds and images and things like that that are for free. They've also got others that you can pay for, and they're basically $1 an image for sort of like a single use. But there's certainly a whole lot of free stuff there. But what you can do is upload your own photo. So you might have a really nice photo of a sunset or a sunrise, or you with your family, and you'd love to put a little quote with it, like a positive quote with it, and your name at the bottom. So you're branding yourself. So you upload the image to Canva, you drop in some wording, including your name, and you can create that image for free. So Canva.com is a really useful tool, free tool that you can use to create images. I also use Canva for the images for my blogs. If you've got that far and you're doing blog posts, or you've got a website where you're writing articles and you want to put an image with it, then I use Canva for that as well. If you are looking for something like creating a logo, a graphic, a PDF, an ebook, something a little bit more creative, then I'd recommend a website called Fiverr. So that's Fiverr, Fiverr. So you can put in the search bar there, create a logo, or create a PDF. Graphic design, whatever it is that you sort of want to create, you can put it in the search button, and all these options are going to come up for you that are really cheap. So it might be you want to create a logo, so you give them a guideline, and for $10, $20, they might give you 4 different options for a logo. So you give them a color scheme, you give them an idea of what you want them to create, and you just plug that into Fiverr, choose somebody that you want, and they'll send that out to you. Really cheap and effective, and there are so many options on Fiverr, so go check that out. Captions. If you're doing Facebook Live videos or videos and you want to put captions on the bottom of it, then you can use a website which is called rev.com, and it's $1 a minute for that. There is a free option which Facebook offers you. So if you say you do a Facebook Live, and after the live you go and pull the tab down and press edit, and then it'll pull up the video. There's a tab there called Captions, and Facebook will do that for free for you. But I'll give you a bit of a warning. I did that once for a Facebook Live that I did for about 15 minutes, and seriously, it took me 4 hours. I think it was 4 hours to edit the captions. And so you can do it for free through Facebook Captions, but it's there's so much error in it, and error to the point of you can't even understand what they've written that you've said. So you have to watch the video, see what they've written. Oh, okay, now I understand. Edit it, go to the next section, watch your video again, look at what you said, and then rewrite it. So to go through that just took me hours and hours, and I will never do that again. I would rather pay, rev.com $1 a minute, like 10-minute Facebook Live, $10, and it's pretty much perfect. So you're paying for the accuracy, and that can give you your captions. Take that a little step further. What I do with my Facebook Lives is I turn all my Facebook Lives into a blog post on my website. So I don't do it beforehand because I don't necessarily know what I'm exactly going to say until I say it on the Facebook Live. So I prefer to do it after. And I have painstakingly before rewatched a Facebook Live and then typed out what I've said and tried to do a summary of it on my blog post. But there's this new website which is called Temi.com, Temi, and it's seriously 10 cents, what was it, 10 cents per minute. So you can also get this done via rev.com, but Temi is only 10 cents. So if I do a Facebook Live, like the one I did a couple of days ago, it cost me $1. to upload the video to temi.com. They sent it to me within literally like 5 or 10 minutes, and it cost me $1, and it's all transcribed. Now, it's not perfect. There is some editing required, but it's pretty good. So if you are turning your Facebook Lives into blog posts, then just upload it to temi.com and just pay like $1 for somebody else to transcribe it, and then you can copy and paste that into an article and a blog post, you know, whatever you're doing. So this has sped up things for me in a big way, because you can painstakingly there type and try to work out, okay, you know, I don't want to type every word that I said, but you want to do a summary for a written article. Some people don't like watching videos. They want to read. So you need to cater to your audience for both. So you can't rely on Facebook Lives and video for all your content. It is a good idea to transcribe it into some kind of written form and give people the option to read it. So with this Facebook Live, people may not want to read it, but they might pick up on the heading, you know, tools and software to help in your business. So when I finish and I've turned this into a blog post, I'll put a link to it, you know, in the comments section of the Facebook Live, and somebody can click on that, and all these links are going to be there, because that's what I'm going to do with this information. So some people would prefer to look at the written information than listen to me for 10 minutes. So it's a good idea to cater for both in your business. I would also recommend YouTube is free. So something I didn't do initially is all the Facebook Lives that you do, I'd recommend turn them into public YouTube clips and just let people self-discover them. So there is a way to do that, which you may not be familiar with. If that's something that's of interest to you, I can do a little video about how to turn a Facebook Live into a YouTube video. That's quite easy. It's just you just got to know how to do it. So I can do that for you. Just, you know, comment below if you would like me to do that for you. You know, quite happy to do that. But you can turn your Facebook Lives into YouTube videos and let them sit there on YouTube as double exposure for yourself. So it's a free piece of software, YouTube. So why wouldn't you maximize on your exposure? And not only have your Facebook Lives on your Facebook page, but have them sitting there on YouTube as well. Now, if you're going as far as email marketing, the software that I use is Aweber, but that's just what I like to use. Now, there is a cost for that. You can use a free email autoresponder called MailChimp, but they do charge after you get to a certain point. So the three that I've sort of looked at and recommend: MailChimp, Aweber, and GetResponse. Just look all of them up on you know, Google, and have a look at what they include and how much they are. But they're the email autoresponders that I would recommend. As I said, I use Aweber. I found that to be you know, quite user friendly. I did have somebody ask me only a couple of days ago, what is the difference between Clickfunnels and, you know, a lot of the system that I use through a company called, you know, Elite Marketing Pro. They're completely different. So Clickfunnels is $97 a month for the basic package, but you can create all your funnels through there. But there are other options to create funnels. But just to make you aware, Clickfunnels is awesome if you're at the stage where you are creating your own landing pages and capture pages when you're building your business online. And that most basic package is $97 a month. So it's not cheap, and you have to be a little bit further advanced in your business if you're going to find that useful. If you want to do Facebook Lives from your desktop computer, I've seen a few, I've used a few, but I would recommend one called BeLive TV, BeLive TV. Really easy and simple to use, with heaps of options to put headings and captures, and you can see everybody that's there. So that's just an option for you if you want to do a Facebook Live from your desktop computer. But honestly, there's quite a few out there. I'm not saying that's the be all and end all. There's definitely others out there you can use, but that's just one that I've come across that I find quite user friendly. Now, if you want some sound, you can easily, you can see this is a little microphone. If you are outdoors doing Facebook Lives, then I'd recommend, plugging in a microphone to your phone if you're using that. You can simply use, obviously, earpieces. And just a little tip with these ones, you need the little speaker bit here, but because this is a speaker, you can literally cut off the ears and just pin that to you and plug that into your phone, and that's going to work perfectly fine as a speaker, as well as if you had it in your ears. And you can purchase cheap little ones like this, which you just pin to you and put in your phone as well, and this creates awesome, now it's stuck to me, awesome sound. And these are these are relatively cheap. So this is Rode, R-O-D-E. Seriously, just Google it. Amazon it, Google it. You can find these really cheaply. You can also get lighting indoors. I've got a little bit of lighting behind me because ideally you don't want the light behind you. Now this is glass, this is obviously my view, so because the light is behind me, it's dull in front of me. Not the ideal way to do a Facebook Live. So I've got a couple of lights in front of me, which still don't do a fabulous job, but you might be able to see, the little line here in the window, which is the shadow of the lights. So you can just look at, seriously, just Google cheap lighting, if that's something that you want to add to your Facebook Lives, if you're in an environment where you haven't got much light. Now, a couple of other things. I'm almost done. Screen recording. If you want to record something live on your computer and send that to somebody, or help somebody with something, or show something physically on your computer and send the recording to somebody, I found a software called Loom. So just Google Loom, and it's literally just a plugin that you put on your software, and you can record what you're doing on your computer screen. So that's Loom. Passwords. Once you go online, you have endless different pieces of software and lots of things that you're going to use, and some of them require 6, 8 characters. Some of them need numbers, some of them need letters, some of them need a little bit of both. So I use a little piece of software called LastPass, LASTPASS, and it tracks all your passwords. So I would highly advise that if you've got a lot of passwords on a lot of different things, even your internet banking and all the different things that you might use passwords for, then LastPass is a really handy piece of software. Spelling. What I've found with some of the software that I use on my blog post, they don't have an automatic spell check, and that can catch you out. I've put a Facebook ad up before, and I presumed that the spelling was being picked up, and I did it in a bit of a hurry, and it went live, and it was like, oh my gosh, there's like 3 or 4 spelling mistakes in that. So that's a really bad look for a Facebook ad. So I've attached a free plugin to my website. It's got to be Chrome. You've got to use Chrome, called Grammarly. So that's a free piece of software that just automatically checks all your spelling on everything that you do on your computer. So helpful piece of software just to make sure that what you're putting out doesn't have any spelling errors in it. For those of you that are advanced enough to know what a pixel is, and a pixel is something that you want on every page of your website if you've got one, or a blog, that tracks the people that are on your pages so you can retarget to them. There's a little piece of software called Pixel Helper that you can, it's a free download. You've got to be using Chrome again, but you just add that to your computer, and then you'll know on your various pages, your capture pages, your website pages, whether your pixel has been loaded correctly. And the last one, as I said, I could go on forever about all these different moving sort of parts, but these are just the basic ones that I find helpful. If you want to start using emojis on your desktop computer in articles and stuff, we use them on our phone all the time. But if you want to use them in articles, in Facebook ads, in your blog posts and stuff like that, just Google emojis for PC. like emojis for your computer, and download a little plugin. It's free again, and it just sits up in the corner as a little plugin, and you can drop it down and it's got all the emojis, so you can copy and paste that into the stuff that you're actually doing on a computer. So it's a bit like your phone where you can just pull them up. So, you know, I said to you, I'm not sure if it's earlier this week or last week, that the use of emojis is proven to have far more interaction in your social media efforts if you're using them. It attracts people's attention, you know, more. So this has obviously been a little bit more advanced depending on where you are in your online journey. But if you can speed up some of the things that you do online that saves you time, then you can do the more important things that you need to do to move your business along, rather than being stuck with technology and doing things. It can really bog you down. So everything that I've talked about here, I am going to turn into a blog post with the links on it, so don't worry if all of that was a little bit too much. I'll put a link below when I've done that blog post, so you can click on it and just refer to all of that information in the one spot. For those of you that are building a business online, please put a 2 down below if you found that information helpful. I hope that it is to you and saves you a bit of time somewhere along the line. So I hope you have an awesome rest of the day. I really do appreciate you being here and listening in. So until next week when I do my next Facebook Live, I will see you then. Bye.